You clicked on this video because you have big dreams. And if you have big dreams, then me and you and everyone else watching this video already have something in common. Now, if you look in the back, you see a YouTube plaque, a silver plaque for 100K subscribers. I earned that plaque. Blood, sweat, and tears. And most importantly, belief. A lot of the content on my channel is predicated on belief, mindset, spiritual principles that enable you to take your mindset to the next level such that the actions follow. But don't get it twisted, okay? You still have to work very, very hard and very, very diligently in order to get to where you want to go in life. And that's what this video is about. Okay, this video is about that other side. Now understand that 90% of the battle is getting your mind in check. It's removing the limiting belief systems such that you step off of the treadmill and start making definite progress in your life. You see, a lot of people, they work very hard, but they don't get anywhere because they're on the treadmill. You can be on the treadmill running 20 miles per hour and you're getting results, but you're not making progress. But if you just step off of the treadmill, i.e. removing your limiting belief systems, you can crawl and you will still make more progress than the person who is running 20 miles per hour on the treadmill. Now, how do you make progress? Okay, how do you make progress once you get off the treadmill by watching my other videos? It starts with having enough faith to go all in on following your dreams. Now, this is something that I've realized, okay? A lot of people lack the level of faith to go all in on their dreams. I made a video very recently saying that you should quit your job to follow your dreams. And obviously, everyone is in a different financial situation. Some people have families to take care of. I understand that. But understand that following your dreams is a leap of faith no matter what you do ahead of time. You see, you could get $100,000 saved up, but ultimately, when you take that leap of faith and quit your job in order to go full-time on your side hustle or your passion, your hobby, whatever that may be for you, whether it be YouTube, whether it be a business, or anything else in between, that's going to be a leap of faith because you're going to watch that dollar amount slowly but surely dwindle down. And it's going to weigh on you, which is why I personally believe that right now is the best time to do that because you can always get more money, but you can't get more time. So if you do it right now, if you go all in on your purpose and it doesn't work out in the time frame that you expected, you can recover because you have more time right now than you'll ever have for the rest of your life. You see, one thing about successful people is that they value time over money. A lot of people say that time is money, but that is not the case. Time does not equal money. Time exceeds money in value. Shout out to Myron Golden. I got that from him. Okay, time is greater than money because you cannot get more time. We value things based on usefulness and scarcity. Every moment of your life is useful, assuming that you're watching my content or other self-development YouTubers' content and you're utilizing those moments to get closer and closer to your dreams. Time is also the most scarce resource that we have because we cannot get more of it. Ironically, it's the only thing we have that's actually infinite, and yet we can't get any more of it because of that. That's a whole different discussion for a different day, but basically the point that I'm driving home is that you have to start utilizing your time in a more efficient manner, and a big part of that is not doing things that are not conducive to the fulfillment of all of your biggest dreams. Okay, a lot of people, they want to put in part-time effort and receive full-time results. I'm going to do YouTube on the side until it makes enough money for me to quit my job. I have news for you. You're not going to be able to make enough money from YouTube because you're not putting in enough effort. YouTube, and really anything, any endeavor where you're working for yourself, is solely contingent on the amount of effort that you put in. And not only the amount of effort, but the amount of intentional effort. Okay, something that I learned very recently in this book, it's called The One-Page Marketing Plan. You guys should check that book out if you haven't already. But one thing I learned in that book is that the top 4% of our actions determine 60% of the results that we get in our lives. Okay, so in other words, if you were to stop doing 96% of what you're doing in your day-to-day life, you would still get 64% of the results. It's all about focusing your time, which, like I said, is your most valuable resource, on the things that actually matter, i.e. that 4%. So I'm going to give you an example from my life. When I was working at H&M and doing YouTube on the side, I was grinding. Okay, there were a lot of nights where I would be sleep deprived because I would stay up editing videos. I wasn't getting any money on YouTube, but I was putting in a lot of effort. Okay, I was putting in effort as if it was my full-time job. But I was constrained by my job, my actual job at H&M, because that job had an irregular schedule. So I had to schedule my YouTube filming schedule around that schedule at work, where I was only making $11.25 an hour. But like I said, it's not about the money, it's about the time, okay? At the time, H&M was more profitable for me, so I felt like I was justified in spending more time doing that than I did on YouTube. Now, understand that, especially if you're trying to do something where you have an audience or a consistent consumer base, they don't see the back end. So they don't see that I'm busting my ass at H&M trying to pay for all of this equipment and doing YouTube on the side. All they see is that I'm posting one video per week and somebody else out there is posting every single day. And that person is me. Okay, I'm the person posting every single day. You see, you can't expect to get the results that I get by putting in a third of the effort that I put in, right? And I'm not saying that you can't put in the effort that I put in. When you find your passion, which if you're watching this video, you clearly have a passion, you have big dreams. Once you find that thing that you want to do, you owe it to yourself, your past self, your present self, and your future self to go all in on that thing. Now, like I said, I'm not telling you to quit your job and you have 2 kids to feed and you don't have sufficient savings in order to feed those children while you pursue your dreams. But at the same time, the longer you wait to take that leap of faith on yourself, the less time you'll have to recover. Okay, so you have to value your time more than your money. And you also have to be willing to take that leap of faith and start putting in full-time effort such that you can receive full-time results. This applies to YouTube, this applies to entrepreneurship, this applies to anything. Okay, anything in life, you have to put in full-time effort in order to receive full-time results. Now, there are some people who are able to do YouTube on the side and they're able to receive full-time results. Maybe they have a few videos blow up and now they're monetized and they're making money, and that's cool. But understand that initiating that process is not the hardest part. Sustaining that progress is the hardest part. Being able to sustain your success in your side hustle, that is the most difficult part. And guess what? You're gonna have to take a leap of faith at that point as well. Okay, if you're fortunate enough to have early success, you need to capitalize on that. You need to capitalize on that. I'm gonna give you guys another example. Okay, I usually don't speak on other YouTubers, but iShowSpeed is a great example of this. He was in high school, I think he's 16, 17 years old, and his channel started blowing up. Okay, I would see him in my recommended every single day, and he was getting around 100,000 subscribers a day. And eventually he hit 1 million, and then 2 million, and then 3 million. And the discussion became, should he drop out of high school to pursue YouTube? To me, it was a no-brainer. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you can always go back and get your GED. Some schools will even let you go back and get your diploma. But the opportunity that he had in front of him, I think a lot of people didn't understand just how powerful that opportunity was. And now, as he's closing in on 10 million subscribers, in retrospect, he made the right decision in prioritizing YouTube over school. Because what's the point of going to school? Get a good job so that you can hopefully get paid one day. Education, that comes from your natural curiosity about life. Okay, and I can guarantee you that from being successful at a young age, you will receive life education, life skills that school can never teach you. You see, the school system is very inefficient. The school system teaches you a lot of stuff that once you get out of school, you never use again. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't pay attention in school. If you're in school, yes, you should give it your all. You should do your best on your work, do all of your homework, stay up to date with everything that you need to do. But at the same time, ask yourself, is this getting me closer to where I want to go in life? Because if you know that you want to be a Twitch streamer, for example, then it doesn't make sense for you to put that off in order to go harder in school and take all advanced classes. Your goals and your actions have to be aligned. Okay, so if you want to be a full-time YouTuber and you're telling me that you want to be a full-time YouTuber and yet you're, I don't know, going to college and majoring in something that has nothing to do with the content that you post, or you're working at this job that isn't actually serving you anymore. You've already got all the equipment that you need and you're just working this job to get by while you pursue YouTube on the side. You might as well just quit while you're ahead. You might as well just quit while you're ahead. And there's nothing wrong with living a regular life. Okay, but I don't make content for the people who want to live a regular life. I don't make content for people who want to be average and complacent with the white picket fence, 2 children, and a dog. I don't make content for those people. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, But understand that the system is designed to turn you into one of those people. The system needs people like me in order to show others that there is another way. Okay, I am the proof. All of the receipts are on my channel. These are all principles that I've been preaching since before I got to this point, since before I moved out, since before I was able to secure long-term sponsorship deals and do all of the things that I'm able to do, travel and live my best life by talking to this camera. Just in case you guys didn't know, I am now offering private, personalized consultations via my website, jordan-green.com/consultations. I offer various tiers of consultations. The first one is the dilemmas. Okay, as you guys know, I do the dilemmas videos. And if you want to be a part of that, you can get a personalized consultation by putting your dilemma into the Ask Jordan page on my website. If you want a more timely response, you can go to my Wizio page and you can send your dilemma there for a small fee. If you want a live consultation, if you want the first class service, you can go ahead and get the live coaching call, schedule a live coaching call via my consultations page on my website. And you can talk to me, pick my brain in real time, and sit with me for an hour or maybe even a little bit more and figure out how I think and just get advice on anything that you want to get advice on.